Hello everyone, good morning. I hope we are all doing good today and ready for this last big quiz. As I mentioned at the beginning of this course, we have several types of big quizzes. And the last one is a big quiz in which you need to show your capability of inferring written works, especially literature, in orally. You will need to present the result of your analysis orally. However, since we cannot have an offline face-to-face meeting, then you need to do this over video. And how will you do that? Now, let me give you more detailed instructions as to how you will be able to present the result of your analysis. I'm calling this big quiz sharing your reading with others. This is the kind of sharing that you will do in the book club. Okay, we have a book club, and so far nobody from 2020, nobody have shared any reading. Okay, so I hope after this one, maybe next semester you can try presenting or sharing the result of your reading of a book or a comic books or novels and so on. All right, what do you need to do for this particular big quiz? Basically, what you will need to do is provide a summary of a work and your interpretation of the work. However, to accomplish that, there are at least four major things that you will need to do. First one is, of course, reading the book, yeah, or reading the text. It will be a short story, okay? And the second one will be about making a summary out of the text, out of the short story. The third one is presenting your interpretation. And the last one, concluding the presentation with your argument of the work. I believe you all have seen my videos explaining about how to present an argument or how what arguments you can make uh, in analyzing a short story. All right, now about making the argument, what can you do to make a summary? Sorry, make a summary. First of all, you can ask lexical and logical questions. Okay, ask things that ask questions to clarify your understanding of the text. After asking the questions, then you can arrange the information that you get into a short narration or a short retelling of the story. And then, make a simple summary out of the information you can get. Then we go to presenting the interpretation. Now, how do you first make the interpretation? There are several things that I want to emphasize here, to remind you of. The first one is you need to ask relevant, elaborative questions about the characters, about the plot, about the settings, and so on. Basically, this will give you a wider understanding of the text, wider beyond what is explicitly stated over there. And then I want you to also identify the theme. Based on your reading, I believe you now can somewhat see what message the story wants to give us, okay? To see the theme of the story. And then to help your interpretation of the theme, also try to identify the tone. What tone does the story have? What tone does the writer use in approaching the theme or approaching the topic? And finally, try to identify the purpose of the story. What do you think is this story for? And why do you think the writer wrote the story? Again, what I have to say here is that you don't really know the reason behind an author's writing a story. But based on your reading, you can make arguments about what the story is probably for or the purpose of the story. And finally, conclude with your argument about the story. All of this will boil down into one argument that probably you have stated as the theme of the story. Make this one argument and restate it at the end of your presentation. And that would be all. That would be all you need to do when you make an oral presentation. What about the length of this oral presentation? I will give you the details for this one in writing so that you don't forget that, okay? All right, everyone, I think that's all for now. I'm looking forward to getting questions from you if you have anything that is not clear from here. Bye.